How's it going, YouTube? Yeah, Pat Mac here, coach of the Sacramento Saints / well, not quite the Sacramento Saints / this is Tag Team, where I team up with a good friend of mine, and we play and draft a team together. And it's honestly one of my favorite leagues because there's a lot more community to it. You know, like Draft League has a cool community to it already, but this one is very much next level because you are specifically teamed up with someone. You draft a team together. You have some Pokemon that are specifically yours, some that are specifically theirs, and you have some that you share. So you can see from the graphic on the screen here that there are 6 spots on the Plusle side, there are 6 spots on the Midden side, and there's actually 5 spots in the middle part here, with like the very center being a spot as well. And for this tag team, TGR went for the highest power level possible. We went absolutely insane. If you're familiar with our Mythical Mayhem League, we basically took Mythical Mayhem and set it up so that you could draft it with Tag Team. And it's insane. The teams are so cool. And I mean, the team that we have is also incredible. Matrix is the teammate that I have for this league. And yeah, so we started out picking our individual Pokemon, and then the shared Pokemon we picked at the end. We were like, I think Matrix was like somewhere in the middle, and I was somewhere near the end of the individual draft. And then we actually had the very first pick in the shared draft. So there's kind of like 2 draft orders going on. And it's very fun. It's very fun. So I'm super excited. I'm going to share what my individual team looks like. So at the end of the individual round, what I had. Then I'll show what my shared team, the shared picks that Matrix and I put together. And then I'll also show what our full team looks like with both my team, my picks, as well as Matrix's picks. And yeah, it's going to be a ton of fun. I'm very excited for this league. So first off, individual picks. You can see that there are, well, if you count it up, there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 Pokemon. But you might notice, well, I guess I didn't actually say this. There's actually 5 Pokemon that I have. So you can see I have the 2 Ogerpons there. That's because I get to use either the Hearth Flame mask or the Cornerstone mask. So I can have either Ogerpon on my team. And then of course we'll notice the like big scary horse in the background there with Calyrex Shadow Rider, which I've never used before. I'm very excited for that Pokemon. It was the very first pick that I had in round 1, but remember, I was toward the end of the round. So absolutely insane that Pokemon fell all the way down to me. There's like 16 coaches. I was like pick number 13. So like, I don't know, man. This Pokemon is an absolute nuke. Like Astral Barrage is nothing to mess around with, and that Pokemon's so scary. So yeah, I'm really excited to use that Pokemon. I think it's gonna be a ton of fun. And yeah, and then I picked up I have like Ogerpon there. It has some like good follow me options. Of course, Ivy Cudgel is incredible. Just like some really good damage output. And the Ogerpon Pokemon are actually my Terra Captain. So this is a Terra Captain league. So Ogerpon's my Terra Captain on my side of things, and I mean, I couldn't ask for a better Terra Captain. Like being able to get the damage boost on Ivy Cudgel is like on an already insane move, right? Is just so incredible. Sandaconda is one that I've used in the past, and I've really liked this Pokemon before. I don't know how much I'm going to be able to use it here, just because I feel the power level is so high, and Sandaconda might get outshone by some of the other Pokemon on my team, but I think it's a nice mon. I think it's got some good utility and can put in a lot of work for us. Staraptor is one I've been wanting to use for a while. I tend to favor Braviary more than Staraptor, but I wanted to pick up Staraptor for this one. It just gives us a really nice speed tier. Scarf options are obviously really good for this. Gives us Tailwind as well, so we get a little speed control that way. And yeah, just Intimidate is nice to have, as well as like the Reckless sets that just boost the damage of Double Edge and Brave Bird off of Stab, which is like, that is damage right there. So yeah, pretty excited for that. And then Florges I really like here. It just gives my team a lot more bulk. So I have kind of like a high physically defensive mon with Sandaconda, and then a high specially defensive mon with Florges. And having really high special defense in a league like this is really important in my opinion. There's so many Pokemon in that like restricted tier, Uber tier, that just hit really hard on the special attacking side of things. And so Floor just with like 150 something, 154, yeah, 154 special defense is like so incredible. It's really hard to deal enough damage to Oko this mon, and so it's always going to be able to do something. And then oftentimes 3 or 4 hit KOs are more likely from some of the like lowerish tiers in the league. And then of course let's all notice the Enter the Patrix logo with Pat Rat. Oh my god, I love this logo. Brave made it for Matrix and I, and yeah, that's our teammate. It's so good. I love it so much. Okay, so there's the individual team that I had at the end of the individuals part of the draft, and then at the end of the shared draft, this is what we picked up. So we've managed to pick up Urshifu Single Strike and Gothitelle, so we have that trapping combination, and they can't protect because of Urshifu. Damn, that's gonna be so much damage. And then we grab Dialga, Lantern, and Muck. So a little bit more bulk on the slower side of things. A little bit of immunities here as well, with Lantern having both that Volt Absorb and Water Absorb, which I think is really cool. And then just a good variety of options here. Just being able to trap some things, and having a Trick Room mode from this side of things. Having some good, like, just physical options, like Urshifu along with that Calyrex Shadow Rider that we had is just going to be incredible. Like, I don't know how you prep against those. Like, that's going to be tough. And then the Terra Captains that we got from this side of things are actually the Muck and the Urshifu, if I remember correctly. And I have some more info on that one on the next slide. But yeah, I was pretty excited for this one. I think that these 5 Pokemon give the team another dimension. The other Pokemon that I have are a little bit on the faster side, and these ones are a little bit more on the slower side. So good amount of bulk overall, but just having a little bit more in the way of like slow options, so we can maybe stall out Trick Room, or we can have a Trick Room mode of our own. I think that these mods kind of do that really well. And I really like how Matrix and I were able to draft so that like the number of like overlaps in terms of our type chart isn't very much, and so I really appreciated being able to get that side of things from our team. Anyway, so this is what the full team looks like, and I think I might have this switched. I think I'm actually technically the Minin coach, and I think Matrix is the Plusle coach, but either way, you can see that on the Plusle side, like, that's the team that I drafted. Then you can see the shared picks in the middle, and then the team that Matrix drafted on the left side, which is incredible. Like, that team is also going to be super crazy. And then of course our Terra Captains with the Terra types on them as well. So like, I am so excited for this team. I think this is going to be incredible. Like, just looking at all the different options that the team can have, there's so much power. There's so much power. There's so much speed. There's so much like speed control. There's like a good amount of bulk, there's utility, I don't know. I feel like the team has everything, and I'm really excited to use this team. I think it's going to be a lot of fun this season. This video is technically coming out after I've already played my week 1. So if you want to check out the playlist, the next video on the playlist should actually be my week 1, which has already been out on the channel for a little while. And yeah, I think that, I mean, that week 1 game, I'm not going to spoil anything for you, but it was a ton of fun. That game was incredible. So like, definitely watch it. It's really good. And then of course, Matrix is also an uploading coach. And so you'll be able to see his battles over on his channel. I might be able to get them into my playlist, maybe. I'm not sure about that. Yeah, I'm not sure about that, but definitely check out his videos as well. His week 1 is also already up on his channel, and that game is also incredible. So there have been some really good games. We've been able to use our team for a week now, and it's just been a lot of fun. I love playing at this really high power level for Pokemon. There's just so many cool things that these Pokemon can do, and oftentimes I feel like people kind of shy away from them because they're like, oh my god, that's so much power, like they can hit so hard. But with the extra amount of power also comes a good amount of bulk, and so Pokemon actually live for several turns, sometimes even more than like low tier battles, which is, I don't know, it's kind of crazy how it ends up working. So anyway, if you'd like to follow along with our season, definitely stick around, like, subscribe, and all that stuff, and I will catch you on the next video.